welcome in. What's your name?
Jared.
Jared. How old are you?
I'm 38.
And what do you do?
So I'm a senior manager for a Fortune 500 company, and I'm also a baker on the side as well.
Okay, and now what are some things you like to do for fun?
So for fun, love hanging out with friends and family. It could be anything from playing spades to being at a cookout to, at a party. Also love working out. Fitness is very important to me. So those are a couple of things that are important to me that I like having, like doing.
Okay, and now what do you look for in a woman?
Honestly, someone who's beautiful inside and out. Someone who has a beautiful heart and amazing character. You always are looking for somebody who's very attractive, but looks feed in your character is who you are at your core.
Right.
Someone who loves a joke, have fun, loves to be around family. Also somebody who loves to work out. Just like I just said, it's important to me. So just someone who I can create a safe space for,
Okay.
to where I feel appreciated, and to also where she can feel like she's being loved correctly.
He's saying all the right things. Now, I don't know if the ladies are just mature enough, because obviously we've seen guys like in his outfit where they get popped on as soon as they walk in. But he said he works for a Fortune 500 company. Maybe when they heard that, they're like, let me wait to hear more. But they seem to like him.
All right, now what are some deal breakers?
A woman who lacks emotional intelligence, right? At this big grown age, I'm 38. I've been through a fair amount of things. So I just love a woman who's able to communicate how she feels, whether it may be good or bad. Just being able to communicate.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. So we
No pop
haven't got any pop
balloons?
balloons yet. So let me
Ooh.
hand you a pick.
Oh, I like a smile.
Everybody says this
one.
is the hard part,
this
but
I like a
I'm
smile.
gonna have you pop 3 balloons.
Damn,
Whenever
3?
you're ready, go ahead and pop 3.
This is pressure.
Yep. Her outfit.
Go right here.
Yep. Her
Okay,
outfit is
2 more.
trash. No, I like this chocolate sister. I like her dress. I like her skin. Oh my God. Her chocolate skin is shining.
1 more.
Go you. I apologize.
Okay, we'll actually start down there. You can stay right over here. All right, if we can have your name and age.
Sophia, 36.
And Sophia, what do you do?
I'm a programming specialist for a sports network. I'm a DJ, designer, Sophia.com, and a music publisher.
Okay, so why did you have your balloon unpopped?
I like the way he dressed. He spoke very well, and just wanted to hear him out. So, yeah.
All right. And why'd you end up popping her balloon?
Honestly, it was tough.
Yeah.
You're beautiful.
Thank you.
I just had to pick 3. The whole panel was amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Orlette. This time around, she did a good job picking. Yo, I love this. Look at her. Her smile can be seen from a mile away, man. She might be my. I already had my 2 favorites, but I think she's my 3rd favorite.
Sorry about that.
Thank you. We had another one over here. Your name and age.
Anita, I'm 37.
And Anita, what do you do?
I'm a contract analyst by day, and I'm a DJ and actress as well.
I like her.
And so why was your balloon unpopped?
He's attractive, and I liked what he has to say.
And why'd you end up popping hers?
Once again, I just had to pop 3. You're
Nah. You pop the 3 that you think are the least attractive in the lineup. Let's just be honest. Now, I get it that men and women sometimes who are honest on this show and speak exactly what they feel and think, get ridiculed, maybe even canceled because they seem, the people who watch the show call it being harsh. But the truth is, he rejected the people who he thought were least attractive, but he wants to be nice.
beautiful. You're amazing. I just had to pop somebody. I apologize.
I like her skin tone,
Thank
though.
you.
Then our last one over here. Your name and age.
Nikki,
dress.
33.
And Nikki, what do you do?
I own a balloon delivery service.
Oh, that's the coincidence. And so, Nikki, why was your balloon unpopped?
He's handsome, and I just wanted to hear what he had to say.
And why'd you end up popping hers?
The dress.
I just wasn't honestly a fan of the gold
wig.
in the hair.
Yeah, look at the wig. Look at the dress, man. I don't know why she chose blonde. Like, look at the contrast between this hair this hair, Arlette's hair, and this one. Look at the way Arlette is looking at her. You can tell she made a terrible mistake. I don't know why black ladies, black queens, you stop with the blonde hair, please. Please.
Other than that,
Those are earrings.
you're very,
No, fairy hair.
yeah, you're very attractive. Other
Thank
than
you.
that, yeah. So
I
that's
like
fine.
to sparkle.
And
Work
the
it, girl.
dress, man, the dress is trash.
All right. So I am now going to have you ask our remaining 6 ladies a question.
Okay. So the first question I had for the remaining ladies is, what's something from your previous relationship that you learned about yourself that you're going to take into your next relationship that make you a better person?
Good question.
Okay.
Good
We'll start here
fucking
first.
question.
Name and age.
Hi, my name is Shahira. I'm 35.
And Shahira, what do you do?
I am a footwear designer. I have my own footwear brand for women with larger shoe sizes, 9 through 14.
Okay, nice. And if you want to go ahead and just answer his question.
Vulnerability is the number one thing that I've learned from my past, and just to be more open and communicative about my feelings. I would hold things in, and then it would just, come out in ways that wasn't beneficial to the relationship. So now I'm learning to communicate, be honest, be vulnerable, because I want the same in return. So, yeah.
For sure.
Usually people do that. They refuse to open up. Obviously, let's say it was maybe childhood trauma, maybe their parents didn't teach them any of that, they didn't grow up seeing their parents being open, but usually they have already checked out of the relationship, or they didn't even like you like that from the beginning. So if they don't feel they want to be that invested, they won't open up.
Your name and age.
Hi, I'm Janaea Moore with 808 and Trinity. I'm 33.
And Janae, what do you do?
I'm a servant of the Lord. So I am a personal assistant. That is what I do right now, currently.
Nice. And if you want to go ahead and just answer his question.
So what I've learned, I would say I haven't been in a relationship since I've been saved. So now that I'm saved, it's really the Lord who's changed how I have relationships now. So I would say that what I've learned from the Lord is patience, having the fruits of the Spirit, patience, communication, understanding, just allowing someone to just not making assumptions on what they mean, maybe asking them, what do you mean by that? And just having a heart posture that is good,
I always wonder, right? For the people who, are really into God, religion, saved, whatever it is, but something very spiritual with regards to God or church, why don't you find people in church? And this goes to both men and women, but usually the ladies are the ones who come out of church, come to the streets out in public to look for a man of God. Like, look in your church first. Chances are he's going to be in your church. Yeah, sure, he looks corny, whatever, he looks boring. He's going to be asking you to go to church 4 times a day. But if that's a person you want, you may have to look in your church first.
Thank you. Your name and age.
My name is Jessica and I'm 36.
And Jessica, what do you do?
I am artistic director for a dance studio.
Okay.
And if you can just answer his question.
Sure. I would say something that I didn't do in my relationship that I'm focused on prioritizing this time around is making sure that I make my significant other the most important person. I think sometimes we allow time to get away from us and devoting too much time to other things, but just prioritizing quality time with that person.
Okay.
All right. Your name and age.
Katera Wilder, 38, and I'm a biomedical engineer.
Now, Katara, if you can go ahead and answer his question.
So for my previous relationship, I realized that love isn't enough. I was in a relationship and we loved each other deeply, but we needed more than just that. It needed to make sense in terms of logistics, like where we lived. It was a long distance relationship. And so as much as I want to have a partner, I want someone who's also intentional about making sure that they're ready for a relationship, like a marriage.
Okay.
She looks good, but long distance relationships never work. If I'm gonna be honest, unless you guys have like kids and you were together longer before you created the long distance. But if that long distance doesn't get covered and shortened ASAP, and you go into 6 months, 12 months, 2 years, the longer you guys are apart, the harder it is to keep the strength of the relationship going, if we're going to be honest.
Your name and age.
Liz. I'm 36.
Liz, what do you do?
I'm a business consultant for a software company.
A lot of smart ladies up in here today. All right. And if you want to go ahead and just answer his question.
I would say that the number one thing that I learned is how to be a better communicator. I would say at times I probably wasn't the best communicator, even little things like if I need more time to think before we have a conversation about an argument we just had, I wasn't the best at communicating that. So I would say how to be a better communicator for sure.
And our last lady over here, your name and age.
My name is Natalie. I'm 38 years old.
Natalie, what do you do?
I'm a licensed social worker.
And if you want to answer his question.
The one thing that I would take from my last relationship is that I was too forgiving of behaviors and words that were said. So for instance, if they tell me that they're not ready for a relationship, I need to move on. And
she's throwing shots at the ex. He was asking what you learned for you, not blaming the ex. Maybe you need to communicate better. Maybe that's why the people made you strung you along. It's not a question for you to blame your ex. It's a question what you learned to do better for you, for your next partner, not what you learned that your partner did wrong. So for me, that would be a red flag. I would pop up balloon.
In that fact, I was too forgiving and I would give too many chances to try and prove myself. And that is one thing that I know that I will be taking on moving forward, to not be so forgiving.
Wrong answer.
Let's head on
Pop
back.
a balloon, bro.
And now what about for yourself? What's something you learned from your last relationship?
Communication is key.
Yep.
Without communication, the relationship will become stagnant, and you really won't know your partner like you should. So communication is key, and that's what I take.
Okay, so you did hear a lot of responses. It's now time
Yeah.
to pop 2 balloons.
Okay.
You gotta pop the last one.
So we're gonna go down here first.
Yeah, you
Was
go
that right?
ahead. I'm gonna let you pop your 2 first, and then we'll see why.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was right, because she used the question to blame her ex instead of using the question to say, hey, listen, my ex was wrong, but here is where I was wrong as well, and I'm planning to be better.
Okay, and then one more.
She's
They all
gonna
had similar answers, so
the first one.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So let's go to the one you ended up popping, and then
Okay.
we'll come back to her. All right. So why did you have your balloon unpopped?
Physically, I do find him to be attractive. The cliche of I want to hear him out and hear more of what he had to say. But yeah, so that was it, really.
I see. And why did you end up popping her balloon?
honestly, you're attractive, you're amazing. I love your answer, but when you started talking, you got the gemstones on your teeth, and I just honestly just wasn't a fan of that. Yeah,
Hey, to each their own. What can I say? It's there, but I can take it off.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not forever.
Like you put it yourself, or you had to get it like
I
implanted?
put it in I implant it.
Like,
No.
you know, some people actually do that.
If I had to take it off tonight, I could take it off.
Okay,
Yes.
I see. All right. Thank you.
But each their own.
Yeah.
nah, he rejected that because of her answer, but he got another reason to use. But in my opinion,
And then we did get a pop over here. Why'd you end up popping your balloon?
I bought because I feel like when I was giving my answers, I could tell you were like looking around, trying to figure some things out. So I just didn't feel that connection there when I was answering.
she got insecure.
But you're attractive. I love
I
your
appreciate
fit.
it.
Yeah. But
She looks good though.
just didn't feel that connection.
And now she's someone that's your type.
Oh, for sure, for
Yeah.
sure. Honestly, it's difficult up here, because everybody's attractive. So you're trying to figure something out on the fly, right? So I do apologize for that, but
No,
my
it's okay.
focus was on you.
Oh.
See, she got insecure real quick. I mean, he has 6 ladies in front of him. I get it. He should keep his eyes on you, but
Thank you.
she looks good though.